Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome. Today's video is about the fragrance that got a lot of hype. And when I say a lot, I mean it. Pretty much every big influencer had a video featuring this fragrance, mentioning about how great this is, how close is this to the original, and how much of a beast mode this fragrance is. And I'm talking about Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. And I've got myself a sample set to let you guys know if this fragrance is actually worth your money. I'm not affiliated to Afnan, I'm just a regular guy who loves fragrances, but at the same time, I'm a regular guy who also blind bought some hype fragrances and had some very poor experience about them. And first of all, I have to say that I do like the fact that Afnan did this discovery set, because I did blind buy them, but they are samples. And this is a very good thing, and I hope they're going to do more in the future. And hopefully the samples are also matured. And then I can see what I can expect from the fragrance that I'm buying. And the comments that I've seen mainly about this fragrance is the fact that this is beast mode fragrance, that this is very close to the original, that this is going to get you smelling like the CEO company on the cheap, and the fact that it's extremely mass appealing. Now, the original version that this fragrance is cloning is Creed Aventus Absolute. And I've experienced that fragrance, and I can tell you that that fragrance is an absolute masterpiece. It's a 10 out of 10 fragrance. It's rich, it's dark, it's fruity, but at the same time it's also floral. It has absolutely everything, and it oozes confidence. In my opinion, it's a phenomenal fragrance, but it also has a very high price point attached to it, and apparently some of the batches are not performing that well. A bottle of that is going to cost you somewhere around £340. And I did get this sample set from Just My Look. They've been very efficient with their delivery, and also I only paid £10 for it, and I have 5 of their fragrances. The presentation is very nice. I do like the box. It opens almost like a gift set. You also get the paper with the notes of each Supremacy fragrance. And I'm going to go straight on the skin and tell you guys what this fragrance smells like. Right at the opening, you're gonna see already the differences between Creed Aventus Absolute and Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Creed Aventus Absolute opens slightly more citrusy than this one. This one opens straight up with a blast of a almost candied pineapple. Think about the canned pineapple in syrup. And then just a few minutes in, that Creed DNA starts to come in. It is a touch sweet, but I don't think sweet is wrong if done in the right way. And I do like this pineapple smell of it, and I also like that Creed Aventus DNA. And I have to say they did a very good job on the opening. In my opinion, yes, it is a fragrance that can be considered mass appealing. I think to a lot of people this is going to smell very nice. Now, from my experience with this fragrance, on the dry down, there is something that is happening with the aromas. And then the best way to picture it to you is going to be to take the canned syrupy pineapple, combine it with the Creed Aventus DNA, mixing it up together almost like a paste if you want to, and then rubbing it on a balloon. About half an hour to 1 hour in, you get a very strong synthetic vibe. And that's something that I've experienced with other Afnan fragrances in the past. It almost feels like an unfinished fragrance, where the opening is great, and then as soon as it starts drying down, it almost feels like something is missing. Now, one thing that this fragrance has been hyped up for, it's also performance. Your general YouTube influencer is gonna tell you that this is a beast mode fragrance, and to be fair, they are right. This fragrance projects well. You are gonna get whiffs of it like even through like the arm length, and it actually lasts quite a bit, especially on the clothes. But on the clothes, it's gonna smell even more synthetic. And the price point of this fragrance, like any clone, it kind of like varies depending on how hyped up it is and depending on how much demand of the fragrance it is. Currently in the UK, it sits around £42 to £45 for 100 ml. And for me, it is very hard to stand behind it, because currently you can get yourself Mont Blanc Explorer Extreme from the same website, Just My Look, for £50 for 100 ml. And the differences between the two fragrances are day and night. This fragrance is much better blended, it actually lasts longer, and it's a little bit more unique. Although this also smells in the same realm as the Aventus Absolute, but it also has a little bit of the Dior Sauvage Elixir DNA through it. And it's a little bit different and it's a little bit more mature. The sweetness from this fragrance comes from amber, and that's like a little bit of a mature sweetness, not from the pineapple. And I have to say that, in my opinion, this fragrance is just so much better than Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. And you're only going to pay £8 extra for the same size, much better blended, much better longevity, similar projection, and a little bit more of a mature and sophisticated fragrance as well. In my opinion, when you have choices like Montblanc Explorer Extreme for £8 more, it's very hard to justify spending the money to buy a full bottle of this. You have to keep in mind that Montblanc Explorer Extreme, it's also gonna have a lot of synthetics through it. I don't think probably any of their notes are natural, but it's just so much better in my opinion. That's why when it comes to the Middle Eastern cologne fragrances, take the things with a pinch of salt. Your influencer is selling you a product. I'm not saying this fragrance is as bad as 9 PM was, because 9 PM was absolutely unwearable. This one, I think you can wear it, but it's too much on the synthetic side. And the dry down, it just smells like you've rubbed up all the aromas on a balloon. If you are happy with that, if you don't mind to drop a little bit the quality, that's absolutely fine. But in my opinion, the price point is not justifiable. It's definitely overhyped. And in my opinion, it's also not very close to what it wants to clone. It's probably in about the 70% realm. It's not very close to the fragrance that wants to replicate. It's not going to make you smell too unique either. And for some people, it's also going to be too sweet. My final verdict on this, bring it down for you guys. It is definitely overhyped. And if you've experienced this fragrance, please let me know in the comments about your opinion. And also let me know which one of the fragrances from the Discovery set you would like to see next. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.